Hello there, YouTube. What's up, everyone? I actually recently just came across some news that Atlas was looking into possibly making live action adaptations to the Persona series, if not maybe even just Megaten in general. And with that info, I wanted to give my opinions, my thoughts, and maybe maybe there is hope for it to be actually good. You see, here's the thing. There's two ways for this adaptation to go into. There are two different paths. The paths of doing the literal work, literally just translating everything from the game into live action, uh, preferably as a TV show rather than just a movie. Like, you cannot fit everything that there is in Persona as even a few movies. They've tried this in terms of animation with the Persona 3 movies, and as a whole, as a part of a whole, the Persona 3 movies, they're not bad if you view it all as one big journey. Here's my thing though. If you're going live action, especially say for a Western audience, you can't necessarily go in that direction, but instead go in the way of you're adapting the spirit of whichever title. And I think for that, definitely have it set, say, if it's set in America, of course, you have New York or Seattle, you have, those big locations. Or Los Angeles, I think that could be one. The thing about it, though, is whenever you do that, you're also going to be tackling different issues because Persona 5 is a critique of society. The reason why it worked well as a critique of Japanese society is because it is set in Japan. If it's set in a different place, then it shouldn't be a critique of Japanese society. It should be a critique of whatever location that it's set. If it's set in America, it should be a critique on American society. Now, this is actually something I was wanting to talk about, say, visuals. Personally, I think go in the direction where the personas look like this kind of burnt body-ish type deal, where you can somewhat still identify what the persona is, but is given this darker, burning look. Like where it's summoned and it looks like a fucking inferno just happening. Like you see the skin, it's like kind of black. Ugh. Especially for our segment, like it gives that demonic look, and considering you know what they're typically what the personas are, it my personal opinion would really fit with the themes of like the flames of freedom, the flames of rebellion, uh, doing it in that sense. And definitely, I am one of those people who will say that the message of Persona 5 kind of ran a bit hollow with the lack of representation of queer characters. We could say that Yusuke is somewhat there, or even, our head canons that Goro and the protagonist are like gay for each other and at the same time hate each other and just want to kill each other. More so for Goro, but I mean, yeah. Like, if you got the supposed bad ending and you sided with Maruki and Persona 5 Royal, like, you see the two, like, having a chess match and they're just smiling to each other. Yeah. It would just, oh man, it'd be so fucking awesome to see. I think that's, like, just prime Yaoi material right there. I'm surprised I've not found any yet. But definitely for visuals, go for that. Localizing the names, of course. Um, I think it could work out well as a TV series, provided you give it the fucking budget. And I'm talking like Game of Thrones level fucking budget here, where the fucking props are fucking nice. You know, everything looks fucking great. It looks like something that could actually be, but at the same time, incredibly fucking surreal and kind of psychological with a decent bit of horror elements. And then there's that's Persona 5. Persona 4, I feel, would actually be easier to do in the idea that the locations, it is a small town. It's a very nice small town aesthetic. Um, the mist would be harder. The just locales and whatnot, like it's always misty or raining or during big events. And also, like, it would definitely bring back like that 2000 early, well, like flip phones and whatnot. That was like what, 2010. Well, I believe the game is set in like 2012, so seeing that right there. So 2012 aesthetic, flip phones, Facebook is really fucking big, um, stuff like that. I think it'd be super fucking awesome. And definitely take a lot from, like, take a lot of inspiration from Persona 4 the animation. Like it could be really fucking funny. Even if the overall story is fairly dark, you could have those light, really fucking hilarious moments. And trust me, it'd be like watching Deadpool again. Like it'd be watching Deadpool for the first time again, except for it's not nearly like fucking bloody, gory. Instead, it's just kind of raunchy. Definitely, if anything, maybe between PG-13 and rated R. Persona 5, considering the stuff that it tackles, would be rated R. Persona 3, with the shit that it tackles, oh yeah, that would be rated R. Like, there's no fucking doubt, especially with how they summon their fucking personas. It's rated fucking R. But this also makes me wonder, can they adapt the spirit of Persona into live action, giving the great, a great fucking budget that this series fucking deserves? Could we see it be a a Pokemon Detective Pikachu or Sonic the Hedgehog deal, where no one was expecting for it to be as awesome as it is, and then it just blows everyone's fucking expectations, and everyone's saying, "Dude, this movie is like this series is fucking great." It could be like the next fucking Stranger Things if Netflix fucking takes it. Jesus Christ, like that's the thing. Like any fucking streaming service, like I would say, if you want to do it, and trust me, there's a lot of people who would say it has to have the budget behind it, and it's got to be like everyone's got to be fucking dead set on watching the development of said series. I if they fucking announce it like this is what we're doing, I'd probably be watching development like a fucking hawk. This is a series that really, if one has the ambition and they have the budget, could be fucking wondrous. It could be like one of those fucking things that really feels like it would come out once in a fucking lifetime, where it just blows everything away. You know, it could be, potentially the next Stranger Things, where everyone's talking about it and they're like, yeah, this is how you do it. This is how you make an adaptation. But definitely, I kind of go for the same aesthetic with the Personas in Persona 4 as 5. Persona 3, I probably wouldn't. I would go with a more broken glass, this shattered porcelain aesthetic. And especially if you see a lot of the Personas, a lot of them are very mechanical, especially for all main characters' personas. And it would definitely be really cool. You have like Messiah, like, you know, and you have Nyx being fucking terrifying, and then stating is like the Arcana is in which all is revealed like fucking 20 fucking times. And then you have Mitsuru, get Mary Karen and heal him completely. Oh fuck. Bad memories, man. But the series itself really, really does deserve, if they're going to go in that type of direction, it should definitely be by the spirit instead of just by the letter. I don't think it should be by the letter. You can Americanize it and tackle American issues. Trust me. With everything that's been going on now, Persona 5 is like the perfect fucking game to play. And especially Persona 5 Royal, where, you have, other characters and and it turns into a debate about what is freedom. Do people deserve it? The process of rehabilitation and stuff like that, I think is something really, really fucking important to tackle. Our justice system is practically fucked. The Supreme Court, and as far as I care, they can, as I've said before, time and time again, they can suck my dick concerning what they're fucking doing. And I would actually go so far as to say, have one of the Supreme Court justices actually be an antagonist in the game, or in the series. If they're going to go in that direction, I think that'd be fucking. Oh man, they could be fucking. And also, like, don't be afraid to piss conservatives off. I mean, they're like the easiest to piss off anyway, so I don't fucking care. Um, I don't care if they're pissed. My thing is can they obtain the spirit of Persona with the live action TV series? Movies, no, they cannot. TV series, potentially. Potentially it can happen. And I definitely want to ask this. What about other Megaten games? Say SMT Nocturne? Just saying. Throwing that out there. Like, SMT Nocturne is basically just someone turned a metal album into a fucking RPG, and they just, like, let's let that sit. And it takes a lot, like, from Dante's Inferno as well. If you're kind of, like, exploring, the Kalpas and shit. The Tower of Magatsuchi. It's much like well, instead of downward descent, it would be an upward descent in to a new future that you create. And I will say this, make it fucking terrifying. Like, that's the thing about SMT Nocturne, is if you actually think about it, it's fucking terrifying, and not just that, but it's also a very philosophical game. Add the substance to it. That's really why I like the Megaten series so much, is because the story is a philosophical debate between freedom and order. That is at the core of Megaten. Law versus chaos. And yeah, you can choose to side with the fucking neutral, which is really not doing anything but delaying the problem. You're not actually killing the problem at its fucking source. But I do think it is quite possible, having the main, like, they actually did, like, I remember seeing, they did a live action TV commercial with, for it's a Japanese commercial, but it's live action. It actually looked pretty fucking good for what it was, and it was pretty fucking good. do more of that for Nocturne. You keep that same fucking atmosphere. It'd probably end up fucking great. Like it would end up being a very very memorable kind of smaller TV series. And you can even have it to where different episodes, uh, you have different endings. You have different final episodes based off of whatever, and you can explore the different kind of philosophies and whatnot. I think that would be really fucking interesting. Kind of go Black Mirror, was it Bandersnatch, I believe? Go in that direction with it. I think it'd be pretty fucking good. And a lot of people say, if you're like, and they'll also say just go for like the true demon ending. The thing about the true demon ending is it doesn't necessarily circumvent all it's kind of like a cop out whenever tackling the ideas that Nocturne conveys. It's kind of antithetical because Nocturne is about grabbing and asserting your will upon the world. The thing is, what the true demon ending is you're denying that, you're giving your own will, you are being subordinate to that of Lucifer. That goes to show, yes, it is a bit antithetical to the ideas that Nocturne brings. It's a cool fucking ending. I ain't going to fucking lie to you. It is awesome. But at the same time, if we're going to tell a story with coherent themes, I believe it should be the freedom ending. Um, where you choose to defy all of the other reasons and Lucifer alongside with God, and you choose to go for your own route, which is basically just going back in time and until the conception starts again. Makes perfect sense, in my honest opinion, to go for that one because that's no one else's will. That is your own. You can also have the main character, like, uh, like where he will just like fucking rip demons apart and shit. Like I remember this kind of artwork where you see him with like an angel ripping her fucking wings off like some goddamn metal album. Of course, it fucking works out because Nocturne is basically just a metal album turned into a video game. I'm not talking Brutal Legend here, but it's pretty fucking close. But I do think it can work. It can work out. I think another that would be really cool. Devil Survivor. Devil Survivor would be good as a TV series. I'm not going to lie to you. It would also be good as a TV series. And you just go like the whole route with Nalia and like you peek into Nalia's philosophy, which I actually tend to agree a lot with. Nalia is, to me, one of the most fascinating characters in all of Megaten. Not only is he the one who practically, in his said universe, not only is he the one who develops the fucking the demon summoning program, but you also find, oh shit, he's the reincarnation of Cain, while the player is the reincarnation of Abel. Like, and like he's just basically endlessly reincarnated, and I believe it's that he remembers all of his past lives. And he tends to fucking hate God for good reason. But definitely that one. Uh, I just think there's a lot of potential for this if they really do give it the care it deserves, and they really just go all out with the budget, and they're just like they're going ham on it. Like they are not holding anything back. They're getting some of the best talent, some of the best visual effects artists, some of the best fucking just artists in general. I think that would be awesome. I can only imagine like if the opening is actually the very opening of the game, but just live action. They keep the same aesthetic, and it works out absolutely well. I think that would be really cool. But definitely, I did want to talk about this. Also, I guess uh, recommendation for dojins. Um, I, I actually started reading a couple today. I finished them. Um, and yeah, these dojins were pretty fucking good. But I've read Lucky Boys. I will say Lucky Boys was actually pretty good. I did read the update couple pages. Um, I've enjoyed it. Um, do want to read more of the internship. This is actually one that I definitely recommend. Is the internship? It's actually a pretty fucking good one. Um, like this is just like there are definitely some good works out there. Internship, it's really nice. I will say the internal conflict of I would go so far as to say the main character, very very relatable. Just go to let's just well, actually no. Um, oh, no, I'm not going to give you the fucking data. You can find it on your own. But yeah, I wanted to convey my thoughts on like the idea of Persona getting live action. I can only fucking imagine like if that's what they were going like if that's what they're going to announce for like the for the upcoming Persona concert, and I think that's in what October, which is really funny because October is when Persona 5 comes out for practically everything that's not PlayStation. It's finally coming to for Nintendo Switch. Fuck yes. Like I'm one of those people. I had the game on PS4. Okay, like like I was okay with it not being on Switch, and then someone stole my shit. I'm still fucking salty, but I would say it is a game that deserves to be played by everyone. Like I don't fucking care what anyone else says, like the port beggars and shit. Here's my fucking view. The game is awesome. If we want an awesome game to be played by everyone, we want it to be available on practically every console. Sorry to fucking point this out to you. I'm not really much of a fucking elitist whenever it comes to this shit. Like in terms of like say if they're losing what made Persona absolutely fucking special, I would have a problem with it if they're doing it just to try and grab new people. I don't like that at all. I am a person who is all for consistency. Persona 3, 4, and 5 are incredibly fucking consistent with the mechanics that they brought together. Persona 5 practically just it streamlined everything. It streamlined the fucking battle system. It made it feel so fucking fluid. It's just, dude, it's more fluid than a fucking river, okay? It's awesome. It's really one of the best games I've fucking played on PlayStation 4. In Persona 5 Royal, like, Persona 5 was already high up on my fucking list of, like, great games. Royal elevated it even further. Maruki is possibly one of the best antagonists I've ever fucking witnessed. He is a character that, even if you somewhat disagree with his methods, you understand where he's coming from. And from a philosophical standpoint, it's very, very fucking hard to argue against his position. Like, I can honestly tell you, from a utilitarian standpoint, you you really can't. You really cannot argue against the position that Maruki has. You can try and say whatever the fuck you want, but that's the case. No, you really can't. But, like, it's so fascinating that Persona has gotten this type of attention. It's fascinating to see Atlas really fucking make that statement, and I am potentially excited. Now, if anything, I'm wanting to talk about directors. The director of Kill Bill, Quentin Tarantino. Just imagine him doing this game. Like, him fucking directing the TV series that would be based off this game. My fucking god, dude. Let's all admit, he'd probably do super fucking awesome. And I just sit there and be like, oh my fucking god. This dude's fucking nailing it. Although there are some things, like, I would say potentially leave out. I was like, it kills me to say this. We gotta leave out Kawamami, okay? We gotta leave her out. Leave her out as a, like, leave her character in, but leave out the romance. I'm sorry. I know it kills me too. I fucking love her. She is like my favorite fucking. She is a top tier fucking waifu, okay? Not even just that, but in game, she offers one of the best fucking skills in the entire game. Being able to, like, do more things rather than just have Morgana tell you to go to sleep. But it's fucking great. Like, Quentin Tarantino would be great. James Gunn. I would say James Gunn possibly as a Persona 4 director would be fucking hilarious. Like, they keep, like, the comedy is there. It's fucking zany as shit. The comedy, it's there. It's fucking hilarious. And at the same time, like, the dark moments are, like, fucking dark. You can do that. Like, I don't know, it really deserves the James Gunn treatment, where it's just fucking insanity, and like the the boss shadows are fucking just like all kinds of crazy and shit. Like, that would be just some top tier shit. It'd be so fucking great to see. But yeah, these are my thoughts. Comment down below what you guys think. Uh, who do you think should direct whatever Persona games? Persona 3, I can't really make up any ideas, but definitely I do think it would be something really awesome to see. Let's let this, like, let's get this as a conversation. If it's going to happen, you know, should it potentially be Americanized, but in a bit more subtle of a way, where a lot of the big events are tackled exactly the same way as the game, and at the same time be not, well, Persona 5 is not exactly subtle about what it's saying, but yeah, I think we should all talk about that. But either way, signing out.